Today we're going to show you how to make the decorative grunged flowers on Demetra's tag number 5 of her 25 Days of Christmas tags. You want to start out with a piece of weathered kind of paper, either from an old dictionary, thesaurus, an old book, whatever you have handy. And if it's a thin paper, it might work out even a little bit better for handling. You're going to use about 2 pages of paper. You're going to draw 3 circles. On the first page, you're going to draw a larger circle, and the second page, you're going to draw 2 smaller circles. The second one a little bit smaller than the first. On the paper remaining that you have, draw leaves. You can freehand these to match the size of your circles. After you get your circles drawn, you're going to create spirals in your circle by starting from the outside and working your way in, leaving about a 1/2 inch as the width of the spiral as you work your way in. After you get all your circles drawn and your spirals, by hand you're going to tear, going along your draw lines, your circles to create a big long spiral snake, sort of, and tearing will give it that distressed effect. You will also tear out your leaves. Again, just very carefully, however you want to do it, you can make them as rough or as smooth as you'd like. After you've got that done, score your leaf in half, and then take the leaf and crunch it up. It'll give it some nice texture when you go to distress it. Alright, once you have that done, you're going to take your spiral circles and you're going to fold the tip in, and then you're going to continue to fold, just turning in, and turning in on the spiral. You can don't make it too tight. You're going to have to give this a little bit of room. So keep spinning, keep turning. If it loosens up a little bit, that's fine. Matter of fact, as you get towards the outside, you want it to be a little bit looser because that'll be the outside petals of your flower. Alright, after you've finished, you're going to have a sort of cone-shaped flower like this. You're going to take your bottom tab, or the bottom part of your flower, and hot glue it.
Using your silk.
Use your craft pad, put the glue on the craft pad, and then place your flower down,
Leaving
that tab out.
you basically crush it.
Then you're going to crush the flower with your hand, and then as you lift it up, you're going to pull out your petals a little bit so you can see your layers. Then gently pull off the entire flower, put a little bit more glue on the base, and then tuck that last little bit under for a nice finished edge. Then again, gently work your flower open until you're happy with it. You want it to look like almost like an English rose. Now, if you would like to, you can distress your flower. Take a distressed ink like Vintage Photo or whatever color you prefer, and a blending tool, and just gently go over the edges of your flower.
And at this point you can also mist it with color. And just keep building color on it until you're satisfied. Then you bring in the leaf and you basically, because the paper is so fragile, you just have to almost tap it on rather than swirl it around. And then once you're done with that, you take your hot glue again, and at this point probably use a little bit smaller leaves.
The great thing about this is if your leaves are a little bit too big for you, you can always tear them and make them a little bit smaller to suit the size of your flower.
Or fold it and make it smaller. And at this point, the grungier the better, I say. And just fold it in. Voila.
And then there's your finished tag. Thank you.